Hashem, Kishemanito, Indish Piniketuan, Indish Piniketuan, Man Hashem, Kishemanito, Indish Piniketuan, Indish Piniketuan.
Oh, CO! Oh, CO! How is it going? How is it going? I hope you're having a great day. It is 11:21 a.m. here in the state of Arkansas. It is the 20th of June, Monday. All right. Well, my dear friends, we are here to talk about fear-mongering, the difference between that and truth, That's right. Gotta know the difference, my friends. And we'll discuss a few other things that's going on and what have you. All right, and I'm not going to be on here long, just be on here for a few or so, unless things develop otherwise, you never know when you're going live. Yep. So anyway, my dear friends, there is a lot of stuff going on, but you hear of people talking about fear mongering, and you get a lot of that these days, and we've had that for some time, really. But what is the difference between fear mongering and stating a fact that is true? Okay. See, all right, look at the news. All right, just for example, when the news is stating something that's going on, it is happening, that's not fear mongering, right? Right. But if you stating something to induce fear that has no real backup, no true basis, evidence of such, whatever event, the cataclysmic of events or whatever, then it relies in nothing but fear mongering. But if you give warnings, to help people to act in order to save their lives, to save their animals or family, whatever, just like if you're driving down the road and say another driver had just barely missed going off a cliff because the bridge is out, right? Well, and he's flagging you down to warn you, and that's not fear mongering, right? Trying to save you. So I look at what I do, besides talking about other things, when it comes to stuff in the news or events and stuff that's happening, is trying to motivate you into acting to do something instead of saying, well, we've heard this stuff before and we're all just wait and see, because you're one of those fools, if you do, that most likely are going to end up being in a bad situation that nobody can help you out of. So it's always good to be prepared for the bad things. Like I was always taught, and it's simple: hope and pray for the best, but prepare for the worst. Okay, so you got to be prepared. Be prepared. Oh, be prepared. Oh yeah. And please excuse this old squeaky chair here. I've been abusing it. I guess I'll get in trouble for abusing this chair, huh? But these days, you know, about the general abuse you get now from is the LGBTQ, I guess A, B, C, D, and F, and all of them, and groups and stuff. Now, one word. Let me just say this few words and pass them. We'll get right into it. Okay. When it comes to those groups, the LGBTQ, whatever, um, they want you to accept them. They want to cram it down your throat and force you like a hammered iron fist. That's a good way to get yourself hurt real bad doing that stuff. You know, see, what a person does in their own life, or what they choose for their lives, should I say, that's them, right? But I don't care what it is you do or believe in, if you force it, hammering it on people, you're not going to get anywhere except be hated. And nobody is not even going to give you the time of the day. And these fools that gets out there and them, holding up traffic. Like, I don't know what country it was. Italy, I think it was. Maybe France or Italy, I think it was. Anyway, protesting on something is akin to Greenpeace type stuff, energy, green energy, and all this. They're getting out there in the road blocking traffic. Them drivers that was in there got angry, and they just got out and dragged them fools off the road. But of course they could only get a few cars in through at a time. Then these fools would get out right back out there again. Now, my simple method to get rid of them is have you a tank of water with a hose and a little power stuff on it, start squirting them. If they don't want to get out, just roll you down your window and start spraying them jokers. Maybe throw in a little hot sauce or something in there. Spray them good. Get them, they'll move. Oh yeah, because if you don't get them in the eyeballs, you're gonna get that stuff on the skin. They're gonna burn. They go off and take a shower, go home. They have a hard time with that one. But thing is, people get crazy, and they want to try to force stuff on people, and then they're trying to force this stuff in the schools on your children to mess with their heads. And well, there's a lot to say on that, but anyway, let's move on. Let's push them jokers out of the way. All right. So anyway, now that we do have a little understanding about the difference of fearmonger, now there are some guys on here that says, I'm going to start naming names of those, and they start talking about people who saying be prepared, and talking about all the stuff that is happening and is reported to be happening to escalate, right? And then you got these one fools that get out, well, I was in the military. Well, golly gee. Well, so wasn't I. So wasn't a bunch of others, though, who'd been in there longer than I had. But, they get like, there's some on there, there's some on here on YouTube and some of these other media that sit there and say, how dare they? They don't even know what they're talking about. They're kind of believes that it's just going to blow over. It's going to be okay. There's no dangers or no threats or no nothing. It's okay. Just stay in that little fantasy world. You're okay. It's not okay. But, each one is, has their own choice. Everyone is free to choose. But of course, our government don't see it that way. They don't see it as that we have a freedom to choose. They want us to accept their choice and believe what they got to say and do what they say do, And we don't want you owning anything so you can be happy. Bunch of communists. Man, I tell you, anyone who accepts communism is the biggest fool there ever was. I feel sorry for them. And if anyone that's watching today or at any time this video, this after this live feed, and you're a communist or you believe in communism, you know, I just feel sorry for you. You're a fool. And, you know, you can't do much with a fool. And that's a fact. There's a lot of fools in this world. I mean, a good proof of that. Have you ever watched the movies, that series of movies, Jackass? Yeah. And you go to TikTok, a lot of fools there. And by the way, I'm just making it clear because as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to get rid of TikTok off of my phone. Oh, yeah. In no way I'm going to be involved with an app that China's got its hands in. They're a bunch of communists, you know, and not to mention all the spyware that they got and the capability of hacking into your phone. They can steal anything they want from your phone. You put that app on there, and that's what's going to happen. So I'm getting rid of that. No more TikTok. The only time you'll see me posting anything from TikTok is sharing it from somebody else's feed or something, you know. But I'm not going to mess with TikTok no more. That is it. And but let me tell you, you know, because now according to the top economists, see, next 12 months is going to be really bad. And so you're looking at, you better make sure that you got you some food put back, but don't go telling everybody that where you got your stash, you know. And when this stuff really hits full force, let me tell you something. It will happen. Uh, Sooner or later, you're going to see it. The gov, the old gov, will be coming around with their little task force, not only to try to collect your guns, but they're going to be trying to collect your food for the greater good of everyone. No, it's for the fat cats to get fat and you to starve. That's all there is to it. That's my 2 cents, and I know that I'm right on it. And you that have also that stated it, you're right. You know, it is just a fact. Okay. And also, I just want to say, you know, that if you can and will go to Second Star Survival, go to his channel, tell him I sent you, all right, and show him some love. Go subscribe. Check out his channel, all right. Some good advice there on that one on prepping and things, as well as Dave Canterbury, his channel. And you know, you can get some good advice, and there's a lot of others out there, you know, that's real good. And homesteaders, you know, out there give you good information and stuff. Check them out. There's a lot of them there. Okay. And I will give you this advice. All right. It is up to you to do with it as you will. All right. If you're living in the city, especially around on the coastal cities, let me give this advice. Move more further inland. And you know, do it now while the getting's good. Make preparations. You know, as my pop would say, get your house in order. So make preps. Make preparations. All right, because animals do it, and they're smarter than I tell you what, they're smarter than humans. A lot smarter than humans. So be sure you do something. Don't be sitting around waiting. Well, I'll wait and see. Well, that's up to you. I'm just saying. I'm over here just talking and sharing my thoughts, and trying to be helpful to somebody, to get someone motivated. Need to get busy, get doing something. Don't be sitting around wishing and hoping for the better. There's nothing wrong with hoping and praying for the best. We all should do that, but prepare for the worst. Because I'll tell you right now, the writing's on the wall, and you can see it, and it's in super large print. And it's saying, if you don't prep now, turn around and kiss your butt goodbye. Because eventually that's what you will be doing. And don't be whining and sit there and crying and saying, oh, dear me. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't have no food. I didn't prepare. I don't have enough water, and the babies are hungry. Oh, well, the sad thing is, and I hope that never happens with you. But if it happens and you're doing that, well, really, the fault is on you. When you do such things and act that way, you refuse to accept advice. Good advice. I'm not talking about a bunch of nonsense. Like, there's some of them out there that will give you a bunch of nonsense, but I'm just giving it to you straight up, and I'm being forward about it, all right? It's just the way it is. You don't have to like what I say. You don't even have to agree with what I say. All I'm doing is just trying to motivate people, on this, and sharing other information and news and what have you. Eventually, on this channel, when things come up, even a little bit on Bigfoot or some aliens and UFOs. See a lot of, oh, I forgot, it's UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomena. It's still a UFO, unidentified flying object, right? Whatever. I guess UAP, saying it that and then saying UFO, UAP sounds less ominous. You're right. So if the government says UAPs and you say UFO, when you say UFO, you're a nut. But if it's the government and they say UAP, it's a sure thing. Sensible. Oh yeah. Very sensible. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Now, I will tell you this much. What I think about that is that they exist. I've seen them, and I'm sure some of you have. Now, there's some things you just can't figure out what they are. Some things, because they're at a distance, it doesn't move the way a lot of man-made objects move. But then again, you don't know if is it something that the government has been working on, like the military, or is it from aliens? So now my definition of aliens is not from another planet. They're more interdimensional. They are what we or I would call, and some others would call, the fallen ones, and they're doing a great job on deceiving. And from the ones they have made contact with, even with the government and everything, their message is they planted us. I don't think so. But that's the whole point, a deception. But will we ever hear worldwide and see a big mothership or whatever come? Yeah, you will one day. They'll have it on the news. They'll make sure they have their cameras out and be all over the screen, TVs and radios and everything else. But I mean, because you see more reports now than ever, all right, of these UAPs, UFOs. Um, you hear more reports of that. You hear more reports of supernatural, paranormal events ever, more than ever in history. So something is brewing and it's coming and it's going to come hard. Now, can I say it's going to happen tomorrow? Am I going to say that's going to happen next week or next month? I don't know when it will, but it will happen. You can mark that down in your book, and you can either lump it or like it, agree, disagree, or whatever. But and be sure that you comment. All right, and please hit the like button and the subscribe button, with all this, what do they call it, algorithms. I hate algorithms. I really do. Because YouTube screws around with people, man. Yeah, man, they really screw with you. They mess up your mind. Like, I need to get an aluminum hat on. Yeah, so they can't read my thoughts. But seriously, I mean, we got all kinds of crazy stuff coming, and China is ramping up their crap. Russia, people don't think Russia or China is going to ever have a war with us, let alone, even an attack in this country. But I'll make a bet with you. Okay, I'll make a bet with you. I'm gonna make it as simple. I'll make this bet with you. All right. If I'm wrong on this, all right, then I will buy you. I'll be sure to buy you enough meals to last you for about 6, 8 months. Okay, I'll do that. And that's any place of your choice or store or whatever. Fast food place, whatever, if they're still in business. But they will. Russia is coming, and China is coming, and so isn't some others. But they're going to be bringing it. It's going to be coming on your front door, so to speak, front and back door. They're coming. This is a fact. A lot of people thinks that Ukraine is doing a pretty good job. It's like, oh yeah, just because you don't pull your full military force right up front, don't mean that you don't know what you're doing and that you're losing. It's like these people that saying all this stuff, oh, in the news, oh, that Ukraine is really whooping them, and Russia's looking foolish and blah blah blah. Well, these people never played chess. I have. I've played it. So well, depends on how smart you are, or if you're slow or fast. And I can be a little slow. It takes me a long time, but it's a good game. Really, I mean, it's a game of strategy. And that game Risk, chess is something like that, right? So you know people don't stop and consider all this, really. But everything that you hear in the news, some of it is true, some of it is like, well, some of it's true, some of it maybe iffy. Then you got some of just totally outrageous and nonsensical, just full of baloney. And usually the ones, especially CNN, the Communist News Network, didn't you? I bet you didn't know that's what CNN stands for. Communist News Network. Yeah, a bunch of crazy fools over here. Now, supposedly they got one person that's, I don't know what they call him, chief editor or whatever they want to call him. Supposed to been someone that ain't putting up with their crap that they've been putting on lately. I don't know. It will remain to be seen. But and one other thing though, before I go, on my channel, the Cherokee Outlaw channel, I will be uploading and posting sometime today a little update on my little baby chicks and all this and some few things with that. So I will be giving you an update on that channel. And those of you who just passing through and coming through and all this, and oh yeah, hi, bye. Well, stop over to my channel, the other channel that I have, the Cherokee Outlaw channel, and check it out. You know, so I'm trying to work on some more fresher and newer content. It's gonna be a little bit of everything, but just something a little fresher anyway. Oh yeah, fresh. Oh, some iced tea. On a hot summer day. Oh yeah, it goes great, don't it? Okay. All right. Yeah, it was nice yesterday. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't hardly any humidity, and and it was really cool last night, which is great. And this morning, nice and cool and stuff. Now tomorrow, it's supposed to be a real humdinger, a hot one. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because of time, and because I got off of the one subscription of on StreamYard. Just, so I'm on their free thing, and so I have to watch how long and how many live streams that I do with StreamYard because it's free and they allot you only so many hours and all this on there, and then you have to wait till the next month. So I'm kind of trying to stretch it out. So if you don't see a lot of live streams like I used to, you'll know why. Yeah. But see, I had to get off my subscription to save some money because things are getting tight. You know. And oh, by the way, when I said on my other channel, I'll say it here, but I got a couple of cameras which I will show probably on this channel as well as my other, that really hadn't been used. I tried to figure them out and stuff, but I probably still would have kept them. But things being tight the way it is, I need the money you know, for gas. I need it for also feeding my chickens and my dogs, and other birds and things, So trying to save a little money here and there, and I'm not getting out hardly any, except maybe once a month, and that's to pay the bills, uh, really. And I can only put like $20 tank, in my vehicle. Yeah, that's real fun. I mean, we're all feeling it, this pinch, and Sleepy Joe wants to put it on blame the oil barons, and then he wants to blame Putin, and he's probably got a bunch of other people. Next thing he's going to say it's your fault and my fault. You know, yeah, the guy don't even know where he's at half the time, and oh, poor fella, Sleepy Joe had to tumble off of his bicycle. Why they put a guy in there to be a leader? Well, I think we all know the answer to this, but uh, why they want to put him in there and he's ready for the nursing home? And it literally. And Pelosi, oh yeah, literally ready for the nursing home. She thinks we're still in the Iraq War. You don't believe me? Go check out some of her footages on the news. Yeah, crazy world, isn't it? Well, anyway, what I mentioned at the beginning, I just a little refresher here. The difference between the fear mongering and then the facts, the truth, is that fear mongering is based on things that don't fully have a full fact, a true basis. Someone who wants to try to induce fear for whatever gratifications they're wanting, whether they're like on social media, whether they want to get more likes and stuff, and get more people on them and get them going and stuff, and what have you. And if they got a product they want to sell, they're going to push it on you. Then there's the difference between that, all right, and then someone trying to give you something that has facts, that has a basis, that is the truth, and trying to motivate you into you taking the proper steps to preserve what is yours, your family, your animals, etc. And hey, because I want to encourage people to do what they need to do to prepare for the bad days, the worst that is coming upon us. We've already just entered into it, but you think about about the Great Depression. It ain't gonna be so great with what we're going through now, because this is becoming greater. It will be the greatest and biggest depression ever. They want to say, give it all kinds of, fancy names. They want to say inflation, economy, and all this, I mean, you know the drill. So basically, it's a depression we've just entered into, and it's getting worse and worse. Even the top economists are saying it. So then in the next 12 months, you better start doing something, anything. Like you go to the store, like maybe you might buy a couple of things, cans of canned meat or something, right? Well, like say if you buy, just for example, you might buy 4 cans of chili, just for example. All right, buy 2 more cans. Put them back. Don't touch them. Leave them there until the next time you go to the store. Same thing. You catching my drift? Yeah. But the thing is, get you some rice, beans. You canned meats and stuff. Be sure to get your vegetables. If you're not able to grow anything where you live, you're in the city and all that. Do that. But I would suggest get you some little pots, some soil, and maybe buy you some herbal seeds and stuff, grow you some herbs and what have you. You can grow it indoors. But, do those things. There's all kinds of videos here on YouTube to help you on that. So, all right. And I will, here in a little bit, I will be uploading a video on an update on the little chicks and everything, what's going on there, and what have you, and some little bonus uh, clips on there, little surprises on there. So, all right, I will catch you later. I will see you in a funny paper, and you be blessed, and know that I care about you. Okay, so don't be taking no crap from nobody. All right. Yeah, we get a lot of that these days, don't we? All right, so you take care, be safe, watch your six. I will see you in the funny papers. Okay? Oh, yeah. All right, later. I love you all. And please come back again. And so, adios, amigos. Hey, you didn't know I knew Spanish. Huh. All right, later, y'all. Love you. Aho and wado.